track with a sensational victory over Leandro Ataides. Aung, my man, how are you feeling right now?
I feel great, had to dig deep for this one. A lot of things didn't go my way, but that's life. You got to face adversity and come out on top.
We got media all over the world here ready to ask you questions. And just a reminder to the media to ask questions, please raise your hands. Or if you prefer to type your questions out, you can send them in and I'll read them out to Aung. Our first question now will go to Jay Anderson of Cage Side Press. Jay Anderson, please go ahead.
Aung La, congratulations on the win tonight. Fantastic knockout. Just talk to us first of all about how cathartic that was after, two obviously emotional losses for you to come back in such a big way.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a lot riding, when I fight, because I don't just fight for myself now. I fight for like my family and my people back home. And it's been a rough year for all of us, and it's been an emotional one. During training camp, I've had days when I would break down because of what's going on in my country. But like I said, adversity is what makes you better. Pressure is what makes diamonds. And tonight I was able to, reap what I sow. I put in a lot for this camp. I train with great training partners and great trainers, and to improve as a mixed martial artist, to put on a great show for the fans.
And after the fight, I believe you told Chatri, bring on anyone. And obviously there's a few names out there, the potential rematches with Vitaly Bigdash, with Reinier. When it comes to those two in particular, does one mean more to you than the other?
No, I was actually, when I was a champion, Abbasov called me out too. And I know Yoshi Okami wants a shot at me too. All these people can talk, but you got to back up your talking, like on social media too, people talk a lot, but let's do it. Let's make these fight happen. I'm down for anyone and anybody that deserves it. Again, like for me right now, it's to become a better version of myself and to put on exciting shows for the fans. Like honestly, like Reinier isn't an exciting fight for me, but if the title shot is there for me, I'll take it in a heartbeat.
And the finish tonight was definitely exciting. Of course, Leandro did take you down earlier in the fight. What was going through your head at that moment?
Listen, I have great training partners, very similar built like Leandro. Phil Haas is one of them. Ian Heinich is one of them. Impa, Brendan Allen as well. These guys really helped me out for this camp to stay composed and to stay relaxed. And even when I'm on the bottom, do some damage from the bottom. That's what I worked on, and then finally get myself up when the opportunity is there.
And last one for me, coming off this big win, obviously you have the potential for a big fight coming forward. Have you thought about a time frame? How soon would you like to get back in?
September. I want September fight.
All right. Well, congratulations again, and looking forward to it.
Thank you.
This next question is from Fight Game Asia. What was your game plan, and did anything in the fight surprise you?
Put the pressure on him early. That was the game plan. Put the pressure on him early. Make him shoot, make him tired. When he does take me down, just get back up, stay composed, and get him tired, and just put the pressure on him. Put my hands on him. Mix things up, kicks, body shots, everything, and be just composed. I know how good I train, I know how well I do in the gym with top tier athletes, at Sanford MMA. So it gives me that the sense of that, it's like I put in the work, man. I should be able to, reap my reward, but sometimes you don't. In life, that's how it is. But tonight I was able to. But preparation is what made me not freak out or worry about the takedown.
This is a follow-up question from Fight Game Asia. You mentioned Abasov challenged you, and how do you think you match up against Abasov?
I think, as a mixed martial artist, I try to get better at everything, I want to be like, listen, I've never ever in my life said I'm the best fighter in the world, but I say I could be I could be a bad matchup for anybody. I could be a bad matchup for Abasov. I could be a bad matchup for anybody. I have the skill set and I have the team to make me dangerous against anybody. So let's make it happen. Abasov said, Aung La, I'm waiting for you. I've heard it over and over again on social media. If that's the case, let's do it. Abasov is so talented. He's a champion for a reason, and it would be good for us to test each other out too. But I'm not calling him out. I'm just replying to his call outs. I'm just replying to people's call outs. Yoshi Okami called me out too. I know someone online, he called me out too. So all these people that call me out, let's go. Let's make it happen.
You're gonna fight all the trolls.
All the trolls.
This next question on goes to Raj Shakar of Essentially Sports. Raj, floor is yours.
Hello, first of all, congratulations on the big win. And you really had a first round big knockout against Leandro. Do you feel that he could have any advantage if the fight would have surpassed the first round, or do you feel that you could have equally dominated him in the latest stage of the fight?
It's a 3-round fight, man. I haven't fought a 3-round fight since 2017. Every fight I fought is a 5-round fight. It doesn't matter. 3 rounds is nothing for me. I can do it in 2 months again, in a month from now. Let's go. Let's keep me active.
Obviously, you have been one of the most active fighters in the roster, and right now you really can have a great trilogy with Vitaly Bigdash, and the scorecard is at 1-1 right now. And the trilogy got cancelled multiple times. What's your reaction on that?
I don't know. It's not up to me. I've never, like, every single fight that one championship has presented me, I've signed within an hour. So it's not in my hands. It's like, I don't say I'm the best fighter in the world. Like, I don't ever say that, but I'm down for a scrap. I'm down for putting on exciting matchups. And I know I got one of the best teams in the world, and we're working hard to be, better every day. So whoever it is, let's put on some shows. Let's go.
Thank you. That's all for me. And once again, congratulations on your big win, Aung.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Next question here will go to Jack Gottsell of Top Soft Sports. Jack, please proceed.
Aung La, first, I want to say congratulations on the win. And I just want to mention that we do live watch parties for every single combat sports event, multiple a weekend. I've never seen so many people come into a live stream to watch one specific fighter. We had over 5,000 people that were just there to see you. What does it mean to have that support from your home country?
It's amazing, like, I'm not a politician. I'm not like a political figure. I'm nobody. I'm just a dad. I'm just a husband, and I'm just a mixed martial artist. To be able to get fans and viewers and friends watching and supporting me means a lot. And I cannot, like, during these hard times, I cannot reciprocate what they've done for me, and because of that, I apologize. But it means a lot to me, and I hope during these hard times it gives them some sort of happiness.
Awesome. And I just want to say, we talked before the fight, and he said he was going to come out there and strike with you. He shot for that takedown, but you were able to get up, and the fight went exactly how you said. And then you were able to get that knockout that you said you were going to get. What did it mean for you to be able to finish him in the very first round and really prove your point?
Like, I train with a lot of great, training partners, a lot of great fighters. And I know where I stand, and I know where I stand, and I know I can take his shots. So when on his interview, he said he was going to stand with me. Like, I knew he was going to, at one point, going to shoot, because I know he's been working with Reinier as well. So I knew he was going to shoot at one point. But remember, he's not built like Reinier. You know, his build is a little bit different. And I work. We have a lot of guys in our gym that are built like him, so I didn't have as much problem. And between fights, I try to get better. I try to be a better version of myself. And so like I was able to negate his wrestling and his cage control, and impose my striking. You know.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Our next question goes to Dylan Bowker of My MMA News.
Hey there, Aung La. I appreciate you making some time.
Hi, Dylan. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, man. I'm just curious because you had mentioned September a bit earlier. It's the next time you want to get into the one circle, and you know the anniversary cards going on that month. Like, how important would it be to get on a card like that? Because you know you're just so accomplished in one championship. I imagine being on their decade anniversary card would be big.
Yeah, I didn't take any damage, you know, and I spar hard every week, so I don't feel like these fights are a lot harder than, you know, sparring with the top fighters in the world at Sanford. So, you know, if I'm healthy, put me on that anniversary, you know, the 10-year anniversary. I'm down for it, you know, and let's keep getting better and keep putting on great shows to the fan. Of course, there's skill sets that I have to improve and positions that I have to improve and get better. And I'll work on that, you know, as soon as I get back. I didn't take any damage, so I'll be back in the gym, you know, next week. And I'll be down for September.
And I'm just curious because there's an interesting kind of confluence when you're the subject. And as far as like people are always talking about how you're this huge national hero, but you seem to always reiterate like, hey, I'm just a humble guy. I'm a loving father. Like, is there ever a bit of an internal conflict with that kind of dynamic, just being seen as a hero by many, but also wanting to be seen as a loving father?
Sorry, the video of Aung La seems to be cut off. Give us a second here. We're going to get Aung La back online with us. Hope you guys are having a great night so far. Thank you for tuning in for this one Battleground post-event interviews. Prajan Chai versus Samay Gayangadao ended with Prajan Chai taking the belt back home in a fantastic matchup. Don't forget, in a couple weeks here, we will have the Grand Prix kicking off. Some of the very best atomweight women in the world will battle, and the winner of that Grand Prix will earn themselves a title shot against the champion, Angela Lee. In the main event of that one, the champion, Xiong Jingnan, strawweight women's world champion, will take on Michelle Nicolini, the multiple-time world jiu-jitsu champion. That's going to be an incredible matchup. Very excited to see how Jingnan's striking matches up against the superior grappling of Michelle Nicolini. We now have Aung La back with us. Aung, can you hear us? We're going to try to get Aung La's video back on here.
Sorry, guys. Camera went out. I mean, the computer went out.
Welcome back, Aung.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
We hear you now, Aung La.
Okay. The battery went out. One championship thing is. Yeah.
Dylan, you want to repeat that question or should we move on?
Can you turn that on? I can't hear,
We hear you. Can you hear us?
I can't hear Dylan.
Dylan, can you hear us? Give us a second here.
Yeah, Dylan,
Awesome. Can you guys-
Dylan,
We
sorry
get you now.
about
Hey there, Ong. I just wanted to reiterate the previous question I had because I find it to be a curious confluence where there's a lot of people talking about how you're this like huge star and a national hero, but also you're just a very humble guy, and you seem to always reiterate like, hey, I'm just an average person. I'm a loving father. Like, is it ever, I guess, a quandary for you, like an internal conflict, being seen as this like larger than life hero when in reality you're just a loving dad, a human being?
Well, not really. When I go home and I have to change my daughter's diaper, you don't feel like a hero. It's I surround myself with my family and people that just keep me humble. Um, so it's not. Call me,
1 second, Aung La. There's a little audio issue again. Give us a second here. We apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just have a little audio issue here. Should get that sorted very quickly. Apologize once again. Aung La, you hear us? Testing 1 2. We apologize again, ladies and gentlemen. What a beard, though, Aung La. Digging a look. Aung La says he's going to keep the beard until he wins the belt again. So, could stay for a minute, could stay for another month. September, our decade anniversary show. Aung La's looking to get back on that. A couple exciting matchups we've been talking about. Cameron Abasov, Yushin Okami, a trilogy match with Vitaly Bigdash, and possibly another match with Reinier the Ritter. All possibilities coming down the line.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
Okay. Thanks.
Aung La, would you like to repeat that answer from Dylan? The question from Dylan?
I don't see myself as no. I just see myself as a regular person. I just every time I go home and I have to change my baby's diaper, I'm just a dad, trying to make a better life for my family. So I don't see myself as anybody special.
Fair enough. And just lastly, if I could, because, one championship, there was combatsportslaw.com looking into if the global rule set could go down in America, and Colorado actually had approved the one championship rule set with knees to a downed opponent, etc. I'm kind of curious, like, what would your interest level be, like, with a one championship show in America and just competing on that?
Yeah, I would love that. Fighting maybe one time without jet lag would be nice.
Fair enough. Thanks for the insights, man.
Yep, let's go. Put me in, coach.
Our next question will go to Kyle Siegel of Going Live Podcast. Kyle, the floor is yours.
Hey, Ong, congrats on a dominant victory. Great to see you go out there in the first round. You mentioned September is your ideal goal. If you win in September, what's your, vision look like, for 2022? How many fights do you think you need till you get that title shot back?
As many as one championship wants me to. You know, it doesn't really matter to me. Like it doesn't really matter. Let's do 2 more fights this year, if possible. You know, in the next 5 months, we can do 2 more fights for sure. I mean, I physically can. So if one championship can keep me busy, and I think they're going to, you know, I talked to Chatri before I left, you know, the cage side, and I said, keep putting me in, and he said for sure. So hopefully 2 more times before the end of the year.
Yeah, we would love to see you. And would you prefer fights at middleweight, like heavyweight, or like a combination?
I think I'll stay at middleweight because I move a little bit better at middleweight. I'm a little bit, you know, I'm a little more like a tank at light heavyweight. So I think middleweight will be better for me.
Perfect. No, thanks again for taking the time, Aung, and
you so much.
congratulations on a dominant victory.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
That's all from us, Aung La. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Johnny.
Congratulations again, my brother.